Welcome back, my superheroes, my artists and savages. Today we're going to talk about fear. Because every hero, every superhero has to let go of fear. And fear, it's an interesting emotion, right? We all know how it feels. We all know how it feels to be afraid. And it's such a strong emotion. It's one of those emotions where on one side, what happens is if you're not careful, if you're not aware of it, it can dictate your whole life. And it can really just hold you back from the life that you're meant to be living. That's one side of the fear. But on the flip side, what I think how fear is useful and how every hero can use fear is use fear as that fire that you go through to transform yourself. It's like that fear is in a way like a compass. When you're on your journey, when you're on your hero's journey, it's like your compass, your map, your guide to the next dragon that you need to slay. The next monster that you need to slay. Because, we're all heroes on our own journeys, right? Everyone in their life. My journey, I'm a hero in my journey, and I'm currently on the journey to make my passion into a profession. It's not a clear and easy path. But then it wouldn't have been a journey. A journey is not someone going to a grocery store, sitting in the car, getting to the store, getting stuff, putting it in the bag, coming home. That's not a journey. It's not a journey. That's just you going for groceries. I'm talking about real journeys where you have something that you want to achieve, maybe a transformation that you want to achieve of your character, and you're currently in a position, I'm currently in a position where you don't know all the stuff that you need to know. You don't have all the tools that you need to have, and you're on that journey of figuring it out. And fear is one of those things when a hero finally, he's in his ordinary world and he finally decides, okay, I'm gonna go on that journey. I'm gonna allow myself, I'm gonna let it go and go on that journey to achieve that goal, achieve that transformation. What happens, that hero starts to see obstacles and challenges. And these obstacles and challenges, like in any folk story or myth or movie or book, TV show, usually that's like an actual villain, But in everybody's life, usually what those obstacles are, fears and just old ways of thinking. The way that you think about the problem. Maybe that's not quite allowing you to break through. So, but we're talking about fear today. Fear is, and I'm not talking about fear of, not like jumping from the 20th floor building. That makes sense. I'm talking about fear of following your bliss. Fear of allowing yourself to get on that journey to figure out a way to live the life that you are meant to be living. And but someone might say, Slava, well, what if someone has the fear that they're gonna get on that journey, and what's gonna happen is they're not gonna achieve what they need to achieve. They're not gonna be able to make that passion into a profession, and they're just gonna end up homeless on the streets with no other skills, with no other ways of providing for themselves. That could happen. That could happen. But, that's why it's a journey. And it's not just fear. The thing about it is fear of things. But then it's also like these old ways of thinking. It's a puzzle that you need to work out. Because it's not clear. And it's not only fear. Part of it is fear. But part of it is just figuring out a way. Because it's really not usually like spelled out step by step. Here's the full instruction for you. And I think, for a hero to really achieve that transformation and, become that person, it's both. It's both. You can't just be fearless, but then not have an idea, a plan, where are you stepping, what are you doing. But then at the same time, you can't just know it all and be too afraid to actually make it happen. So that's the fear for you. And fear is really connected to that bliss. For me personally, I know it because what I am most afraid of, aside from like obvious things that are, everyone's afraid of, but on this journey, what I'm most afraid of is putting myself out there and performing. I was at the open mic yesterday. There's a link in the description of this video to me going out and battling my fears yesterday at the open mic. It was scary. I was afraid. It was scary, and I was nervous and scared all the way through the performance. But at the end, I did feel better. I did learn some insights, valuable information for the next time. And it wasn't the way that, oh, I did it. Now I don't have that fear. The thing about it, for me personally, I'm gonna have to do it and do it and do it and do it before I am all the way comfortable, and I feel like that's no longer in the way of my transformation. But that's just what's necessary to happen. And people usually think about, okay, well, I'm gonna overcome my fear. I'm gonna go to that open mic, for example. Let's just keep that as an example. Like, for me, what was most important is just me doing it. I really didn't care about how many people are gonna clap, like what reaction am I gonna get, how am I gonna perform. Really, I didn't really care how am I gonna perform. I just knew that I had to get on that stage, actually get there and do it. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Because I was in a position myself where for 5 weeks, a month or so, I knew about this challenge that it was in front of me, that I needed to confront it. I needed to go out and perform in front of people, to see actual people and feedback, not just only talk to the camera. It's important. And I would find any excuse to not do it. And I finally did it, and that's what matters the most in your journey as well. It's not the outer world result, like you get a certain result, you get that success, you become famous, you get that money. It's not like going through these challenges, not about these outside of you things. It's really about the inner world. It's about that transformation that happens to you inside. And because once you transform your inner world, once you level up, upgrade, and transform your character, your hero, that's when the world outside of you will also shift. Because, we are all at the point where your adventure is the one that you are ready for. Your challenges are the one that you are ready for. And your life currently now is the one that you are ready for. If that's not quite how you want it, then it's about time to get on the journey. You know how you would know that this is the time to get on the journey? You would know it if there is something in your life that you wish to do, that you want to do. There's like this really dream of, oh, wow, if I could just do that, if I could just be like that, even if you think, oh, I couldn't do it, I'm not like so-and-so, I wouldn't be able to do it. But if you already have that thought, then you're ready to get on the journey. So get on that journey, man, because you are a superhero, you are artist and savage. If you have that fire in you and conquer that fear, it's a part of it. I will see you on the next one.